Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if you're here for the first time, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, a veteran in this channel, welcome back for yet another exciting episode of Building Generational Wealth. And so he's laughing. My guest is laughing because he doesn't have an intro for his podcast.
Are you expecting me to do this on YouTube?
Yes. We need an intro. You need to have I mean, it's flowing now. I can remember my intro and it just flows.
Is it?
Yeah.
Were you always doing it like this?
Yes,
even
from
in
the
your
beginning.
solo videos?
Yes, this is what I do even in my solo videos.
I'll try. Welcome. It's just not me, man.
But it's okay. Even if, you just do welcome, to the Mindset Profits.
Listen, your intro is proper. Let's not disturb it. Né?
Yes. Let's continue with the conversation. But anyways, today I have a really special guest. Someone who's been to hell and back. And then he rose from the ashes, rebuilt his life, and I feel like today you need to give us all the juice, man. Like,
let's go.
Don't leave.
You forgot one thing though. You said hell and back and rebuilt, rising from the ashes. You forgot,
Yes.
and then went back again.
Oh yeah, no, you came back. No, you came back. You didn't stay there. You came back.
Yeah.
So let me do the intro.
Yeah.
Just I think I do these to get people to know a bit of who you are, right? And I think for me, the important thing is always showing people, what's possible. Because my last guest was talking about exposure and how important exposure is. So this is for
powerful.
exposure. Yes, to get people to know that the person who's sitting across me today is not an ordinary person. I told you I am bringing heavy weight champions here. And so today, the guest is Ntando. I call him Coach.
Yeah, boy.
Coach Ntando Maseko. Guys, MBA holder, please stay there. MBA. A PhD student. So in case you were wondering, do I stop where I am? No. People are studying, Chief. They're becoming doctors. And we are sitting with one person today who's working towards becoming a doctor. Mm-hmm. He is the host of the Mindset Profit podcast. Mm-hmm. You can see the match over there. Mm-hmm. Go and subscribe to the channel. And also the host of the Good Money Show. And I think that's where we met, right?
On radio.
On radio, yes.
You were our guest.
Yes, the Good Money Show on Hope Alive Radio. They called me to studio and they were grilling me, but it was such fun. Yeah, we had so much fun. I loved it. He is the author of Where is your book? I told you to bring the book. Now people are going to think I'm lying. I'm making this stuff up.
The book is there. We'll give you links.
Okay. So he is the author of the Money Mindset Makeover. I think I couldn't think of a more suitable person than the person who went there and came back to write this book for us. You went there for us. So thank you for that. A newly published guide that empowers readers to rewrite their money story and build financial independence with clarity and confidence. That's so good. And through his books, radio presence, and podcasts, Ntando is shaping conversations around financial literacy, personal transformation, and mindset shifts needed to thrive in today's world. I mean, a round of applause for the business coach and trainer in several incubators and accelerators. Welcome.
Yeah, keep it going. Are you done?
No,
I'm joking. Thank you.
Thank you
Honored to be here.
Yes, thank you for coming.
I'm used to be on the other side.
Of being the interviewer.
Grilling you
Grilling
guys.
people. No. Today you're going to be grilled. And my grilling is very detailed.
Anyway, now
This is your grilling.
You're making me scared.
No, don't be scared. I mean, you grill people for a living. How are you scared by this?
I'm joking.
You can't be scared.
By the way, congratulations on coming back.
Oh, thank you.
And this is such a neat studio.
I know, right?
You've done good.
No, I think bigs up to Panda Studios for actually.
Yeah, no, this is good.
This is proper. This deserves.
This is a big brother that's super proud.
Yes, I mean, come on. And big brothers are doing big things. We might as well follow. Yes, they're showing us the way to go.
I think it's an important space that we're in. A lot of people struggle with their finances.
Yes.
A lot of people earn salaries for their entire lifetime.
Oh, yeah.
Fail to manage them. And what I think challenges me the most is when I go into rooms with the elder.
Yes.
And they are reflecting back on their life choices.
Yeah.
Those conversations are never easy.
They're not.
Yeah. So I think I enjoyed this one time when I realized that I've become that coach that gets called when an entrepreneur has lost everything.
Of course.
When I started listening and paying attention to how they introduce and frame the conversations, or even when they were introducing me in workshops when I got to speak, they're saying, we're bringing Ntando, he's been through a lot.
Yeah, I've been through the most.
Suffering. Hey, I think after a while I started to think, is there no other way to introduce me?
Yeah, no, you're an author, can they? You're suffering. A coach. But it's quite important, I think, for relatability, one, because especially around money, conversations around money, it's very easy to only share the highs, right? And never share the lows. And it can give people the impression that everything was perfect, like along the journey. But I think, and it wasn't. And if we really look at how many people actually make mistakes before they get things right, we have more people doing that compared to people who are just cruising nicely.
Who get it right first time.
Yes,
Not
the first
many
time.
get it right first time.
Yeah, so it's important. We need to talk about the pits of hell.
I've made quite a number of mistakes.
Yes.
I got burnt bad because of them. But I think it's important that in coming out, I came out with some lessons.
Yes.
And I started observing that when I help other people who are going through similar challenges, they make the shift, they make the turnaround. Maybe let me share one mistake my biggest. I consider this one of my biggest.
One of your biggest
ranks
mistakes.
Top 3 thereabouts.
Okay, go ahead.
So there's a lady who was applying for funding.
Yes.
And the institution that she was applying for said, we can't fund you because you're working. So she resigned, took a package and started a business. And then went back to them and they said, we can't fund you because you're in a small town.
Oh my God.
Now she moves to a bigger town, a metro, and they say, you don't have a track record, right? The landlords, you need to pay deposit 9 months. Oof. And then she pays it from the package.
Yes.
And buys some equipment to set up, but it's not enough. So the shop can't open. Goes back and they say, we can't fund you because the business plan you have is outdated. Now this matter makes it to Boma Parliament and stuff.
Yes.
And now there's a bit of heat on the institution. And they go to SEDA and they say, just do a business plan and stuff so that we get this thing approved.
Over the line, yes.
So they get someone, do the business plan, this thing goes back and the institution says we can't fund you because your gross margins are wrong for the sector that you're in the business plan when you do financial projections.
This is mistake after mistake after mistake.
Now this happens and they rejected the application, right?
Yes.
The woman lost everything.
The package is gone.
So the mistake comes in the fact that the person they got to write that business plan that time.
Yeah, it was you. That's a shift. Whoa, that's a shift. You wrote a business plan with the wrong margins. Take us through that. What happened there?
So the thing that happened was I was running a coaching program at the time.
Yes.
I was so busy. And when they came, they said, this project has a lot of heat. We can't trust other people to do it. We trust you. I said, I'm busy. And they said, no, you've got a team. Delegate. And at the time, I did have a team. So I gave it to the team. I didn't check, submitted it because I just focused on being busy with my stuff.
Yes.
And we said, nah, it's done because it was on a tight deadline.
Yes.
So it goes, I didn't proofread and they rejected for that reason. And man, that hurt.
Sure. But also someone's livelihood was on the line.
She came crying.
Ooh.
And I had a conversation with her. I think it was for like 2-3 hours.
Hectic.
She said, she called me a year later to say, I'm just calling to say thank you for the person that you are. Thank you for that day, for that coaching session, because you reframed the challenge for me.
Sure.
And I went back from that time and I went and fixed things. Right now I'm about to get a house.
Yes.
A bigger house than the one I had
before. Wow.
So when I talked to her, I don't even remember what I said.
I was about to ask you, like, what did you say to her?
But whatever it was, it made a huge difference and a big shift, and it changed her attitude. So she's one of those that when she told me the story, I had a conversation. I interviewed her on her journey and put in the book.
Okay. Makes sense. Now we need to read the book to find out what happened.
Now you need to read
good marketing. Good marketing. Actually, we're gonna do that.
Yeah, so that was the one. Yeah. I think it big mistake on my side for not checking, but others always say the institution was always going to reject. They were looking.
Anyways, they were looking for reasons
because they had rejected so many times.
One
and stuff.
reason
but
after the other.
You don't want your name to be in that line of people that made it not work for her.
Yes.
But when she called and she was grateful, I think it shifted what I saw coaching as. I realized that many people are stuck and they're trying to get a breakthrough.
Yes.
But they just remain stuck. They don't know why.
They don't know how to move forward.
They don't know how to move forward. They don't know how to get out of this rut that they found themselves in. Because financial pressure can be really stressful.
It can. And it can impact your health. It can
spiral to everything
in your life.
So a lot of people were there. And I saw that. I probably spoke to her from the position of, I've been where you are.
Yes. The experience.
So I could relate.
Yeah.
And I was just talking to what I was thinking at the time, how I was feeling at the time, what I was doing at the time, what I was not doing that I should have been doing.
Yes.
I don't remember the conversation really, but from her and that experience, it made me not afraid to talk to someone who's lost everything.
Because you've been there yourself.
I've been there.
But anyways, before we get ahead, I want you to walk me through the rise of Ntando the entrepreneur.
Yeah.
How that journey was like, where it started, what business you were in. Like, tell me about the highs before the storm.
Before the fall.
Yes, before the fall. Like, what was happening? What was going through your mind? Did you think you were invincible? What was the vision where we're going to be billionaires through entrepreneurship and we're going to make it big? Like, the thinking, and also just touch through in a world where we are taught, go to school, get good grades, get a job. Yeah. What made you decide that's not enough? I'm going to choose this path of entrepreneurship.
So in terms of entrepreneurship, I wish I had such the beautiful story that other people tell, that in high school I was selling. Now in high school I was playing. In varsity I was entrepreneurial. I was like first year I failed because I was playing too much. The lecturers had to say,
what were you studying?
Economics.
Oh, okay.
The lecturers had to say, hey boy, take it serious. Take this thing seriously. We'll kick you out. So I was that guy. I was not entrepreneurial in any way. But when they did challenge me, I got serious, passed everything from that point.
Yes.
So we came out, I got a job, I worked in a management consulting. And it's that encounter that sort of introduced me to how entrepreneurship would work if I owned this business. But now we were in this business and the boss committed fraud. Actually, he dated a mamncane.
Yeah. No, stay there.
He invested in mamncane.
And the mamncane is at work with you guys.
No. She wasn't at work.
Okay.
But he bought a guest house, like a big one, using the business money, right?
And I think we need to touch on that, but okay, continue.
And then she said when the project was done, I'm not feeling you anymore. And then,
mamncane, what do you mean you have a guest house? What do you mean?
The love is over.
Ooh.
So when that happened, he sent people to kill her. To cut it short, they got to her. She paid them double.
Which part of Africa is this one?
Yeah,
South
Victoria. Then she paid them double. They sent him a message to say, no, we're coming for you now. We got double offer, so you had to run out of the country. But that left us in this nice management consulting with no boss, no salaries. And we said, out of necessity and just survival, let's start our own.
Oh, that's where it starts.
That's where it starts.
Yo, what a dramatic way to enter entrepreneurship.
So I did not sit in varsity and think, you know, I don't want to have millions or whatever. I'm going to be.
You were like, I want a job, guys.
Life just pushed me into this. Dude, you don't have a choice. Make a plan.
Sure.
And because management consulting is what we knew how to do at the time, this was the next shift. So we started in there. We did really, really well as a partnership, but that partnership just blew up after a couple of years. Ooh. And I lost a whole lot of money there. Now,
how much are we talking about here?
So we got into the 7 figures.
You made 7 figures. Hectic. And how long did that take to like move from
so the way we were building it up was we said let's not pay ourselves too much. We will have good salaries. We were paying ourselves well, but we could have paid ourselves more. But let's create a reserve account so that we move out of management consulting into other businesses.
Yes.
And into other investments.
Yes.
Which was a brilliant idea at our age, right? Because we were in our 20s.
Amazing.
So now when this is happening, I guess the reserve got tempting.
Because it's now growing bigger, and that's the amount of money none of you have seen before.
And then with partners, you start to...
what is this money for?
Why is it just sitting there?
Yes, we can use this money.
And others get ideas that don't include you.
Sure.
So with that blow up.
Sure.
And I think the important part of this story is when I lost all this, I was about to get married.
Yo!
Hey. So I was a month away from paying lobola.
Yay!
And I had personal reserves.
Yes.
So I went back to those reserves
to pay lobola.
To pay the lobola. And they asked me in an interview, okay, now that you are doing this thing, are you good for her school fees next year? Because she's 4th year law school. And I'm thinking, sitting there, I didn't think that far.
So they're basically saying,
are you good for it?
Are you good for it?
Because now that she's your wife, the school fees is now...
They're on you now.
And now I'm thinking, my goodness, I could have waited 5 months for this transaction. Because it was in August, right? I could have...
Yes, you could have waited until...
Lobola in Feb.
Yeah, could wait a few months.
Yeah, my reserve would have pushed a little longer. And they asked about as well that the wedding is coming up and stuff. Do you need us to help you financially?
Yes.
And as a man, when they ask you that question in front of everyone...
Of course, ego.
Like there's only one answer.
Yeah.
And I know I've got this.
I've got this.
So I always say now, my entire reserve in the answer to those 2 questions was gone. So the start to marriage is now without a business, without savings, without cash flow.
Like you are at zero here at this point.
Exactly.
So how do we move from zero to the bottomless of the pit?
It moved from that point. It was every year downgrading.
Sure.
And getting kicked out of apartments.
Oh my God.
And selling assets.
Oh.
I think I sold everything that could be sold. Because it took long to get out of the loop.
Yes.
That hopelessness. The anger, the resentment, the shame, the guilt, all of that in one concoction.
Sure. One person.
And I think I like also, because I share at churches sometimes, to say this is happening while I'm in church. And part of what I'm thinking is, but I don't think I was naughty, man. Why
am
I?
Me? Why am I the one
God, where
going
are you?
through this? Yes, why am I the one? You could come help me out here.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I like to also add that sometimes, you'd be crying because I was a worship leader. I play multiple instruments and stuff. So you can cry during worship, and you can tell that the brother or sister next to you thinks this guy's in the spirit. He's enjoying. I'm in pain, man. I'm suffering.
I'm picking apartments. They're coming for me.
You're crying because of your problems.
I have nothing.
Yeah, there was nothing spiritual about the crying. It was pain and suffering manifesting
in the physical realm.
So
sure.
I got to see what it's like to get kicked out, to have the sheriff come and devalue everything that you own, because they'll come to a TV you bought for 10K and say, nah, this one is 3K.
Sure.
They're putting on the list when they are attaching, right?
Yes.
Couches you would have bought for 16 and they'll say, nah, this one
5K.
A fridge that you would have bought for 20, they'll say, yeah, this one, maybe 3,
sure.
4.5. They decide.
Yes. And you're just there, like you can't do anything about it.
And you can't do anything. You can't even fight the system. I think the shame of it just
defeats
breaks you.
Sure.
That hit me hard. And I always then remember one conversation. I think there's one conversation that broke me beyond even the sheriff. I was talking to my mom, and she was holding back the tears.
Sure.
So, and things were fine. I told her to stop working because she worked really, really hard.
Yes, to
put
raise
us through school and stuff.
Yes.
In a very hard job, menial job. And
sure.
I just said, you know what, I've got this. I've got you.
You can rest.
Yeah, you can
it's my
rest.
turn now.
You can rest. So now when all of this is happening, there's the new marriage. Mama is totally dependent
on you.
And we were talking about what we were going to sell in her house now.
So it was in community of property, or it was standing?
No, this is mom's house.
Oh, your mom.
Mom's house. It was to sell stuff in her house to survive.
Sure.
For her and for me.
That is hectic. that is hectic. Yo.
Yeah, before I traumatize you, back to the content.
No. But before we move on from this, I'm trying to imagine now.
You are processing.
I'm processing. Like I'm processing, and I'm realizing how tough that is, because now there's so much shame, right? I can imagine the guilt as well, to say, I should have done better. I should have seen this coming. I know for sure those will be the questions in my mind. Like, I should have seen this coming, should have done better, should have, But at that point, it has happened, and it doesn't help. So when do you turn around? Or maybe before we talk about the turnaround, what were people saying to you? Your friends? The people close to you, your pastor, what were people saying to you? And
so those are interesting ones, because you then move into, a lot of my friends were from church. I remember sitting on a podcast this one time, and the interviewer was asking about church and trying to run sort of a blame thing to say, where was the church? Why were they not helping you? Because your friends were at church, they're supposed to see with this boy is suffering and he's one of us. Yeah, let's help.
Yeah.
But on my side, it helped that I went through it, because I saw one other thing. When you're going through stuff like that, you get good at hiding it from people, because you don't want people to see how deep the problem is. You don't go and tell them how you're suffering.
How deep.
So you do everything it takes to cover it up. So there are a lot of people that are struggling at church,
but they're covering it up.
A lot of people that are using debt to cover up that problem that they're going through. So they look good just on Sunday.
Yes.
So that became me. I made things worse, covering things
up. And what were you doing specifically? Someone might be doing it without actually
debt
realizing.
And accounts and stuff, things that you really cannot afford. And getting debt, borrowing money to go pay rent, and you don't know how you're going to generate
money to
pay back that loan. So now you've got a loan that's increasing. You still don't have cash flow. Rent is due next month. You start to realize, a month flies.
Yeah. It's like 2 days.
I just paid rent. Now they want...
Also, you're angry at landlord.
I
You
just
want
paid
money?
you, bruh. So
Sure.
it became a combination of these things. The conversations with friends were filtered. So they would not get to know how bad the
deep.
situation is.
Sure.
I think one that hurt me the most, and it's not someone who said it intentionally, it was because I'm a worship leader now, I'm going through my own stuff.
Yes.
I stopped running some practice sessions and I start missing some sessions.
Yes.
And this person just came and said, you see the backslidden ones.
Ouch.
This one is backslidden.
Ouch.
Yeah,
Labo, you are
I think
trying.
that landed different. That
Yes.
landed different.
Sure.
Yeah,
But you've forgiven them.
yeah, no, look, I wouldn't be the guy I am now because if that hadn't happened. But in the moment that broke me, I think from that time, I withdrew into a shell
Sure.
because you're starting to think, I pour my heart out to serve and do all the work, all that I could at church.
Yes.
For someone to come and say this, like they're not appreciating
Yes. The
the
sacrifices.
sacrifices that you. And again, that's another thing. Remember, you are covering it up,
Yes.
so they don't know the sacrifices you're
You're
making.
making. True. True.
They're not visible. They are visible to you, so you feel the
Yes.
pain because you know
You know
the
what's going
sacrifices
on.
that you're making.
Yes.
It's like us as guys. I think a lot of guys struggle at home and are traumatized
Yes.
because they make so many sacrifices for the family,
But no one
which are never
appreciates.
communicated. So no one knows that you're making those sacrifices.
Yes.
Give you an example. There's a time that me and my friend, I'll introduce you to him one day.
Yes.
We struggled so much in that period
Sure.
that there would be times that we would go maybe catch a taxi to go to KZN to go do a job, not knowing how we'll come back. So I've got money to go.
But you don't have money to
I
come
don't
back.
have money to come back and I don't have money for accommodation.
Ooh.
Sometimes we would have to make a choice between accommodation or sleep somewhere, make a plan and keep
Yes.
this money for transport to go back.
To go back. Sure.
And sometimes transport would be prioritized. I've slept in garages with the guys in the fuel station to talk to them and say, hey, guys, where do you guys sleep? They gave me their bench a couple of times.
Sure.
But you see, that is happening. You come back home, you don't say that this is where I slept.
Sure.
So you feel the anger and resentment for people not appreciating the sacrifices you're making, but they don't know.
They don't
They
see
haven't
it.
seen it. And you don't talk about it.
Because it's also back to the shame and the guilt.
The shame and the guilt is the story that's running on your side.
Yes.
So that was the story on my side. And the pain of that statement was because they didn't really know the
Yes.
sacrifice. I only got to realize this later, of course, but in the moment.
But in the moment, no one is, you're not, you don't have that perspective.
I was livid. And
Sure.
I pulled out and I went and stayed somewhere in an RTP in KZN. And I hid there for a couple of years.
A couple of years.
2, actually, to be precise.
Okay. And what's happening in the 2 years? Are you rebuilding again? Are you still
I'm hiding
Okay. You're hiding
and hibernating.
and hibernating.
Nothing has changed except I'm now in a space that the rent is not high.
Okay.
In a space where everyone else is pretty much going through what you're going through. They're not
Okay.
really judging you much.
Yeah, no judgments. We're all the same here.
So now I'm comfortable because
That's
I
interesting.
could wake up and just
Yeah,
breathe.
it's all of us.
We're going through this. So that's again another thing.
Yes.
Because once you put yourself in an environment that validates the negativity
Ooh, your struggles.
and your struggles, and that validates your excuses, you will never tap into your potential.
Yeah.
You lock yourself in a space where potential to you is something you look at 10 years later to realize I'm better than this.
I could have done better.
Yeah. How things changed. There's a pastor who had with this young man, we are Koisha there. Just reach out.
Oh, the Joburg, Pretoria or Joburg pastor who's saying, Kizeren, let's follow this one.
Exactly. So this time, the pastor is Mpumalanga, but he calls me to stay with him. And I like this part because I always reference that they are men of God that care for the people.
True.
Doing the right things.
Yes.
Do the right things with money.
Yes.
And I see that there are some that came in and monetized the faith and gave
true.
Christianity a really bad name.
Yeah.
And a bad rep out there. They are men of God that do the right things.
True.
And I say, I didn't eat grass. I didn't get sprayed near Zoom.
Shasha.
Yeah, no. Just pour stuff on me, nothing.
Yeah.
He just
immerse you in water.
No. So
wash you off.
He just stayed with me, and I got to have good conversation with someone who thinks different, someone who's wealthy, someone who has a library at home, like books
on top of
business, motivational books, Christian books and stuff. And I started to see a couple of the first few days.
Yes.
The conversations I was having with me were like, what are your goals? Like, so what are your dreams?
What are your
for
dreams?
Your life?
Sure.
And I was not happy with him.
Because you didn't have?
No. The main reason was, I'm coming to you.
Yes.
You've got money.
Oh, okay.
And you're asking me about goals.
Give me money.
Give me money. Why are we talking about goals and visions now? Hook me up. I'm summing at 10,000.
I'll change my life.
Yeah.
And so when he called you, you were thinking, this is where we pop again. This man is wealthy. He's going to give me money.
Yeah, I think it was relief for me. So for a change, I get to eat good food. For free.
For free, without worrying about where it's coming from.
Exactly. So it was those kind of things. And you go into a space like that with someone who has money with entitlement and expectation.
Yes.
And you don't realize they are working hard for their money. They don't owe you anything.
Yes. And I think, double click on that, because we have expectation. Even in families, it's the same thing. Someone is working really hard for their money, but we just feel there was a Tyler Perry thing where his cousins apparently were saying, he's got millions of dollars. Why is he not giving us, whereas we're struggling? Every time we go to him, he'll be like, what skills do you have? I've got a company. If you want a job, I can give you a job on the basis of the skills you have. And they were like, but why must we work for it? You can give us the money.
I was like that too. And that's the attitude that I brought.
Sure.
But he just stuck to his guns. And had some breakthrough conversations with me.
Yes.
And a breakthrough conversation, I know it now as a coach, that's why I can label it. A conversation just that shifts your mindset, shifts how you see yourself, shifts how you see the challenge in front of you.
Yes.
And more importantly, helps you reflect on how you got there in a way that empowers you. So I realized through the conversations that you don't have to waste this pain.
Yes.
This can be used.
Hectic. So this is now you rising. We're seeing the light now.
You see now.
We're seeing the light.
You see
yes.
Now. And I'm sitting there. He asked me one question, I think that blew my mind. He says, you lost your money, you lost your business, you never lost your skills. And you never lost your qualifications. And the question was, why haven't you started over? It's been 5 years.
And at that point, it's been 5 years.
Yeah, this is 5 years down the line, and you're thinking, goodness, he is so right.
Sure.
And this is so simple, man. Can't you? Why
didn't I think of it? No, you were hiding. The important thing is you were hiding.
In an environment that made it normal for me to hide and not think about it.
And not think about things turning around or think about you picking up the pieces again and rebuilding.
Because you get familiar with struggle when you're with people that are familiar with struggle and normalize it.
Oh, that's
and you don't
true.
feel the pressure to change.
100%.
It's when you hang around people that have a different level of ambition and expectations that you see that goodness. This one is more ambitious than me. I was helping you in school.
What's going on now? now you are there. If there's one thing that my sister used to like reel on me is to say, I see you very smart, book smart.
Yeah.
But she's like, failure in life for you will basically be you working for the guy who was getting 60s when you were getting hundreds. That just rubs me off the wrong way. I'm like,
that was your breakthrough conversation.
That was my breakthrough.
So you see, that's where the shift began.
Yeah.
Just knowing that when you are depressed, when you are disillusioned and you are discouraged, and you're deep in debt, because it's all the dangerous D's that I always talk to.
Sure. The dangerous D's.
Yeah.
Depressed, in debt,
disillusioned, discouraged, divorced.
You were divorced. So when you moved to KZN, I know.
So there's a whole, someone added to those D's actually. I was talking to them in a workshop, I think last month, and she says damaged.
All the dangerous D's, 6 of them, damaged.
Yeah.
Sure.
When you are there, you lose sight of your potential.
Sure.
You lose sight of the country you were born in. You lose sight of the qualifications that you have.
Sure.
You lose sight of the people that you know. You lose sight of the time that we live in. An era that has AI, an era that is the internet, where research is free, books are not hard to access.
Yes.
You lose sight of the fact that there are churches that will take you, that will counsel you for free.
Yes. If you can't afford a therapist.
If you can't afford, there are counseling services right now that are free. International ones with coaches. You lose sight of all of that. And what you just want is to hide and feel the depression. Because it's very easy to normalize it.
Sure.
At least this is predictable. I know how my day is going to go. I don't know how it will feel like if I try and fail. I think if I try and fail, I'll feel worse than this.
Yes. So
I'd
rather
try.
Keep this.
Exactly.
And not even realizing in the moment that that's what's perpetuating this thing that you are in. Like you've created ecosystems to sustain your stay in the struggle.
I made a post about that actually today on Facebook. I said, if the problem is not going away, you need to ask yourself how you're cooperating.
Oh, because you have to have a hand in it. You are having a hand. You're enabling this thing.
Exactly.
And that's tough.
So that was the reflections. And I think I appreciate the fact that one of the things that I saw was he would say, go read books. Yes. And then come back, we'll talk about it. So I called his bluff on that, picked a couple of books out, read, and he comes and we talk. And then I started to observe that, man, he has read these books.
Yes.
He knows stuff and he can reference that. I actually use this there. That's why I do this with my kids. Oh, I like this and that one. And I'm thinking, I'm this broke. I have never read since varsity. Like literally, when I left varsity, my story is not like I was entrepreneurial and reading.
Yes, you were like
away.
Work.
Yeah, no, I was just taking life one day at a time. It's just crisis that forced me into this vision that you see now.
Yeah.
And I started to realize, man, he is this wealthy. He reads.
He reads a lot. He finds time to read.
I'm this broke.
You don't read.
Something is not balancing.
Life is no balance.
The question wasn't balancing. And I think that was the kick that I needed. And I remember someone asking me again about this. And I was saying, what made me change at that time is there were people that probably tried to make sense and encourage me. I just didn't listen.
Sure.
It took someone who I respected to call me out. And that's the power of mentors.
Yes.
Because when you have people that care about you, that respect you, they will call you out.
They will.
And their voice will be heard because you respect them.
Sure.
When you're around people that you don't have respect for, no, whatever they say, you're not going
It's
to
not going
listen.
to matter.
Even if they say you're better than this fool, you just say, you're just saying this.
Yeah.
But it takes someone that you really respect
Mm.
and someone that you place as a mentor or authority.
Yes.
And this can be anyway. Hey, it can be on
Yes.
YouTube, it can be on a book, it can be someone physical that you're talking to
Yes.
that can just say words that help you make the shift.
Yes.
Because when you're down and out, when you're at rock bottom, the biggest mountain you're fighting is not out there.
It's here.
It's in there.
It's here.
The biggest fight is the battle against your fears, your anxieties, your self-doubt, your insecurities, the negative self-talk.
Yeah.
That is a big mountain to get past.
Sure.
And there are very few that can fight it out and win on their own.
Yeah.
For most of us,
We need to
then
be
need
called
the
out.
people that will call it out of us.
Yeah. So you were practically a relationship, a mentorship relationship away from your breakthrough.
Which could have happened a year
Yeah.
and not 5 years later, you know? Like, he could have
Yes.
called me like a couple of months later and say, come visit me, young man. Like, man,
Yes. Maybe you had to finish. Maybe you had to finish all of that. You had to go through.
I had to feel it. I actually
Yes.
laugh because there's a client who went through something similar, lost her entire business
Sure.
when there were storms, and like a farmer.
Yes.
And calls me like 5 months later to say, I need to talk to you. I lost everything and stuff. I just laughed. And she said, why are you laughing? I said, yeah, well, you expected me to laugh because I always laugh at them.
Yes.
I laugh because it's a fixable problem, right? I want them to change the frame from this is unsolvable to actually it is solvable. Because sometimes we feel like our problems are not going away and we can't fix them. A lot of that pressure is coming on the fact that when you think about it, it's called time distortion. When you're thinking about it, you feel like I need to solve this week.
Oh.
And then your brain knows that it can't be solved this week. So the
week.
anxiety you're feeling is not because it can't be solved. It's coming from the place of solving it this week and you can't.
Yes.
But
Like
when
it
you-
took years for this thing to get
Exactly.
here. Now you want to resolve everything in a week.
So when you shift that distortion to say, I'm giving myself 2 years to fix this, the pressure feels different and your attitude to fixing the things
Yes.
and attacking the problems changes.
Yeah.
So for me, that was the thing.
How did you attack now your problem? Like, well, now you're talking to your mentor, he's calling you out, you're thinking, you're starting to realize that, okay, I'm broke. This is why he's rich, obviously.
So obviously now I'm reading more because
Yes.
the mindset is shifting.
Yes.
I'm listening a little bit more to podcasts. And I think some of these things, the things that changed my life, I've introduced to helping others. The books helped me, so I wrote a book.
Yes.
Podcasts helped me, so
So
now I
you
have
started a
podcast.
podcast. You see, you had to go there because if you were not in the
Mindset
bottom
profits
less-
doesn't exist.
Exactly. Had you turned your life around in a week, we wouldn't be sitting here with you.
Exactly. No, this would not be happening.
This will not be
I'd
happening.
probably be in some holiday somewhere.
Exactly. Unreachable. So
Yeah.
now, you see, it's crazy how it somehow works out.
Yeah, so that shift starts because when he said you had the qualifications
Yes.
and you have the experience, you have clients you've worked for, some are in corporate even.
Yes.
And I had lost sight of all of that because I got trapped in just this depression and hopelessness.
Yes. Can't
When
see the
he
light.
said that, I realized I'm better than this.
Sure.
And then when you start to realize that there are people who have less qualifications that are doing way better,
True.
less experience, doing
Yeah.
way better,
Yep.
much more courageous and trying
Yes.
out in the market, you
Yeah.
start to realize, I think I have wasted my time. And
Yes.
it's been, so I say in workshops, I enjoyed my life up to my early 20s. I had a fun time.
Sure.
From there to get to 40,
Yeah.
there's 10 years I can't account for.
Sure.
Yeah, what was I doing?
Yeah. Where was I?
It's like there's a hole. In there's 10 years that I feel like I lost.
Sure.
So the shift for me comes in when he's making me aware of it's been 5 years, bruh.
And I'm sure in your mind, it doesn't even feel like it's been 5 years. How does it
Exactly.
feel? You just feel like it was.
You're not thinking about the time that has passed until someone calls you out and say,
It's been 5 years.
When did this happen? 5 years ago. Come on.
Come on. You
Come
can't.
on.
It's those uncles who are 40 and they're still referencing something that happened when they were 12 and everybody's looking at them like, Chief.
Come on, bro.
Chief, no.
Come on.
No. At this rate, you are your own background.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So that challenged me to start. So I started another consulting company.
Sure.
And I started moving around. So I would write proposals and show him,
Yes.
this is what I'm trying, and he would advise, amend the
Yes.
proposals, and because the confidence is still coming up. So
Yes,
the English has run away.
Yeah. No, of course, we need to give it time.
It needs time.
You don't just stand up and start running. You start walking, crawl, walk. It gets
Exactly.
there. Yes.
So I start this and I start doing these things. Working with CEDA and stuff, they were like the first point of call, and
Sure.
NYDA, I would do business plans and stuff. I was one of the service providers.
Yes.
So I was doing this, and I would average about 10,000 rands a month.
Sure. Yes.
And I learned a very valuable lesson there, because I was still staying at the RTPRs.
Yes.
And I saw that I'm earning 10,000. My rent is 500 rands.
Oh.
Earning 10,000, my rent is
Yes.
500 rands.
Yeah.
That relief, because you start to realize that now you have a lot of money to fix your life.
Sure.
And many people don't have a fighting chance because of the lifestyle that they've set.
Because it's 10,000 and the expenses are
The rent is
12,000.
6.
Yeah.
The rent is 6
You
before you
haven't-
start talking anything else.
Yeah.
Before you start figuring transport. And by the time you're done paying all your bills and necessities, you need to top up.
Yeah.
And you're getting into credit and accounts and stuff. And that's what many people do.
Sure.
It's not that they don't have the solid foundation. They don't have the salary that can launch them. They've just set their lifestyle above
Sure.
where the salary is at in that
True.
season. And they don't recognize that this is a season. But that season that's supposed to be 1 year can take 6 years,
Yeah.
because you adjusted your lifestyle too fast
True.
above that salary, which means you left nothing to develop yourself.
Yes.
You left nothing to promote yourself.
Yes.
And now a 1 year season becomes 7 years of struggle,
Of struggle.
just because you couldn't pull back and adjust your lifestyle.
And I think the biggest thing there is we want to be perceived
Yeah.
as wealthy. We want to be perceived in a certain light. And so the pulling back, it's like, Mara was the guy making millions. How do I reconcile that with being in an RDP? Also now there were people who were kicking me when I was down and out. Now that I'm upcoming, I need to show them that I'm back.
Exactly. What saved me actually was staying in that RTP house. Because
Sure.
remember, the rehabilitation and this revival is happening while I'm staying there. I've stayed there for a while, which means I've got friends.
Yes.
So now it's normal to be. I'm not feeling like a lack of self-esteem because I'm there. You become, when you're earning the 10K at the time,
Yes.
I was now becoming the big boy.
Oh, yeah, of course. You're the guy with the money.
Yeah.
For where you are.
Because for
You're
where I
the
am
rich one.
now,
Yeah.
the confidence is starting to come.
Yeah.
But it helped me as well that I deleted myself from social media. Over 10 years I was out of social media because during that time it was a source of depression now, because you see people are having an amazing life.
People are buying.
And
Big
when
cars.
you're thinking, what's wrong with me? You start judging yourself. The shame increases. It was just not a nice thing to go through with social media. So I just deleted it.
And I commend you for that because a lot of us wouldn't make that decision. And it's as though the social media has a hold on us. Sometimes you don't need to know other people's successes. Like you don't need to know how well they are doing. If
you don't know how to process it.
Yeah,
right?
if you don't know how to process it, it's okay.
So it saved me Because when I was staying there, I'm hiding, really.
Yes. No one knows.
So no one knows what's going on.
You
Which
don't
means
know.
I'm also not under pressure to show off.
Yes. Yeah.
And I start fixing things. And I realize if with 2 branches, I'm making this money, what would happen if I worked with multiple provinces with many branches? So I start promoting myself because now there is money to send proposals, print stuff, buy some clothes, look a bit
Look
better,
the part.
and
Yeah.
move around.
Meanwhile, they don't know you are from an
They
RDP.
don't know. They don't know.
I love
Hey,
this.
when
I
you look
love
proper,
this. You look proper,
aye.
presentable. They're like,
And remember,
this
the
guy
confidence
means-
is now back, so the English starts to be sharper.
You know, yeah. Now you speak
And
the language.
and you're reading books, so you
Yes.
can quote and drop bars in a conversation. They think, coach,
Yes. But I want to touch on that, to say that confidence is now rising, right? Is it now something that you're actively working on to say, when I show up in these meetings, I want to sound a certain way? Or is it my mentor is pumping me up, so by the time I go there, what self-work are you doing in
It's a
that
combination.
process?
It's a combination of many things. It helps when you have a mentor that's speaking life into you, because he shifts your perspective and just how you see yourself.
Yes.
Because he speaks with me with a level of reverence that I want to die, man.
I feel like
This
I'm
big
here.
man.
Yes.
So Mr. Maseko,
Ha, Mr. Maseko.
hey, and I'm thinking, I know, I'm not at that level.
Yeah.
But he's stuck to that.
He's calling you up higher.
Yeah. So it helps when you've got people like that around you.
Yes.
That see the potential, that don't speak to you based on where you are, but recognize where you can be.
Sure.
And just encourage you. It helps.
Yes.
So it's a combination. That helps. But one of the things that helps, I think it helped me the most for those that don't have those people in their lives. Because some people are in a different context. The people in their lives are the ones keeping them down. So the voices around you are the ones driving your confidence down. They are telling you, who did you think you are?
Yes.
How the mighty have fallen.
Yes.
So
And those words are painful.
Those are painful.
Those words are painful.
They cut deep. And they can prolong. That 1 year season becomes 7 years. Because these voices keep coming. And you know, the painful bit when you reflect 7 years later, you realize that the powerful voices are not those voices from outside. The powerful voices that drive your decisions and what you're going to do inside. Because if you come and tear me down, it's going to take you 5 minutes to tell me all the nonsense you want to tell me. When I walk away, I'll process that for 5 hours.
Yeah.
That's where the damage happens.
Yes.
So it's not what you say. Because you could find me in a different space and say the same thing.
And
I'll probably just say, nah, you don't know what you're talking about. 2 minutes later, I'm good.
Sure.
Or I could even reframe it to say, if you are thinking this, it's going to be so exciting to prove you wrong.
Yes. Yeah.
Now it's a different conversation happening.
Wow.
So it doesn't really matter what people are saying out there. The damage is what you say after they are done talking.
You have the final say, basically.
You have the final say. And a lot of the damage happens there. So it helped me to have the mentor, but also it helped me to start to recognize that, you know what, it's the conversations that I'm having. And reading books helped.
Yes.
The conversations that I'm having that are unhealthy, that are keeping me down, that are keeping the self-doubt going on, right? And when you start engaging with other people and you start having small wins, that's where a bit of the confidence comes from.
Yes.
The small wins. You go to a client, you do a good job, they're so happy, they say, this is the best guy.
Sure.
Thank you for bringing that little win. It starts to validate the fact that I'm on the right path.
Yes, I'm doing something right.
Yeah, so sometimes because you don't step out and try out many things,
yes,
you don't get those small wins that help you start and build your confidence.
Sure.
And by the way, the funny thing about psychology is those small wins don't even have to be about a job or a business.
Yes.
You can get those at church serving. You can get those in a community somewhere. You can get those volunteering.
Yes.
Those small wins start anywhere, really.
Sure. And they build you up.
Actions of courage, actions of service. You will get people starting to say thank you for this.
Sure.
It builds you up. Now you're a different individual when it comes to facing the challenge in front of you.
Because now you've rebuilt
You're rebuilding.
that confidence.
The confidence is coming back.
Sure. But take me through. We are out of the woods now, right?
Yeah.
You're starting to do a good job. You're thinking 2 branches, I can scale this thing up nationally.
Which
your
I did,
confidence is, tell us now about the rebuilding. Like in your rebuilding, given that you know what it's like to be at the top and basically fall to hell, what are some of the challenges or the mindsets you are dismantling in your building again? Because I can imagine now you've been burnt, so you want to be safe, and that can also lead to sometimes acting out of trauma because you're like, yo, partners, I know, been there, done that, got burnt. I want to do everything myself.
Yeah.
So what demons now are you fighting? Now that you're no longer in hell, but you are like, you've climbed out of hell. What demons are you fighting now?
So you see, for me, I am one of those guys that we're just taking it a day as it comes. I wasn't really being reflective over what's going on around me. But what I observe now, looking back, is I wanted to be safe. So I started with the savings and investments because my mentor had said, why do you live your life as if you don't have a right to invest?
Wow.
So that shook me. I actually am living like I'm disqualified from the system.
Yes.
And when I asked him what he meant, he says, have you ever gotten quotations, talk to a financial advisor, and you know what the answer was, right?
Yeah, it was no.
Even at my best, I wasn't doing the basics that I could.
Sure.
So that kind of information coming to you, because a lot of us are struggling not because we don't have the potential to do the right things or the will. We have the potential, we have the will, we have the tools, we just don't have the knowledge. No one has.
We're in the dark.
Knowledge. You're in the dark, so you just continue doing what you're doing. So in coming back for me, it was easy because now I'm focused on scaling, focused on getting a team.
Yes.
And it was easy because I think just how passionate I was about helping people. And the thank yous, when they come, you want to do more of
you
it,
want
right?
to do more too.
I start to get a lot of referrals. I start to get jobs. The value of the jobs starts to keep increasing.
Yes.
I remember the one time I got a job at 30,000. I was so pleased with myself.
So you were
I
like,
went
this is me.
to show the mentor, this was 30,000. And he was happy and he was saying, there's more to come.
Sure.
And it helps because now when he's telling me that 30,000 now looks different, I then get another one, 120, and I'm thinking,
now you're excited.
I come to show him. That's how it works when you step out and you're courageous.
Sure.
And you bet on yourself. You don't see what's coming. A lot of people never get started because they want to see the whole map before they start.
And it doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist. You're never going to see it.
Clarity comes on the journey.
Exactly. If I go back to the rebuilding,
yes,
even at a time when things are working, clients are giving me referrals, good feedback and stuff, I will tell you now, I would not have seen that I will have a podcast one day. I'll not have seen that I'll be an author one day.
Yes.
I'll not have seen that I'll be finishing my PhD. I'm finishing next year, by the way. Should have held this part for next year.
No, you must come back next year with doctor. You must actually keep that red gown. We need the red gown. Come with the red gown
wait here.
The hat and the belt and
exactly.
We need it.
You will never see the complete picture of what's coming.
Sure.
What you want is to be clear about your next step, an idea of where you want to be, because trust me, it's going to change. When you hit certain milestones, that vision that you have it's going to be updated.
Yeah, it's going to
And
look
that's
different.
also important, right?
Yes.
Just to be clear about what you're living your life by design and not by default. So you're not.
Repeat that. Repeat that. That's good.
You have the kind of clarity where your life you're living by design and not by default. Default is what I was doing all my life, where you just react. You're not proactive. You're just reacting to what life throws at you every time.
So
if
good.
life is throwing problems, I'm responding to problems.
Yes.
If life hopefully throws me good things,
Then I
that's
can
what
respond to good
to that.
things.
But now everything is based on hope and wonder. I wonder what's coming next week.
Sure.
There's nothing that's coming by design because you've got a plan and action steps.
Yes.
So you want to switch into that mindset
Powerful.
where you're living by design.
Not
So,
by default.
Yeah. And so because now I'm building, confidence is coming, the friends are coming, it gets to the stage where the book comes. It came out of coaching programs. One person just said, you know what, the things you teach about financial literacy,
Write a book.
write a book, I'll buy it. I want to be the first customer. So I made it a point when I wrote the book and published it.
Yes.
I made sure that she was the first customer. I actually drove to her in Sasolburg
To say
to
this
say
is the
this is the
book.
book.
Sure.
And she paid.
Yeah, of course, she has to pay. It's not for free. It can't be for free. She has to pay. Sure.
But in a way, it was to say thank you for having the faith. You know what the funny thing is with the book though? When she challenged me to write the book,
Yes.
I said, I'm doing my PhD. I've got multiple coaching programs in
Yes.
6 provinces
Yeah.
at the time. I'm launching some online courses and I've got a radio show
Sure, yeah.
and I've got a business to run. So now,
Yeah.
as I'm going through this list,
It's a lot.
it was deflating for her after she said what she said, and I could see that in her mind she knows he's never going to do
He's
this.
never going to do it.
But I realized when I reflected, when I got back home, that why when someone expressed that much faith did I default to that answer?
Yes.
It bothered me.
Okay.
Then I realized that this is trauma speaking, because I was in high school at one time and our English teacher came reading a composition around
Yes.
and saying, this is the nonsense you people are writing and making us mark.
Yo.
He reads it and gets halfway and I realized, that's my one.
Oh, ooh. So you looking at you realize that's mine. That's the work I submitted.
I think the funny thing for me was it took him reading up to halfway for me to even realize, I remember. It was so bad. Even the first parts, I couldn't resonate. He had to read
resonate with your own work.
He had to read quite a bit of it for me to remember. That's me, man. And it scarred me.
Sure.
It scarred me. I think I walked out of that encounter with the belief that creative writing is not my thing. Stay away from this.
You basically wrote yourself out.
Let me chase numbers. Let me chase degrees that have numbers, subjects that have numbers. Anything that needs me to read too many stories.
Or write
too many stories.
Yeah, count me out.
Stay away. That's how I ended up doing economics.
Sure.
So I wanted things that are more
Yes.
mathematical.
Yeah. So
And I think in a way,
not...
I tricked myself to believe I'm good at math and I got good at math.
Yeah, that's true. It starts with believing, right?
Yeah.
If you can believe it,
Yeah, because
your mind
then
will
stopped.
take you there.
It shocked me when I wrote the book and published it, and the people were reading and saying, "Man, this thing is well written." And I'm thinking, "Hey, you don't know."
Yeah, you don't know the demons I had to fight to come out with something that people would read and say it's well written.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm yet to read the book. Hopefully, you give us,
I'll give you. So what I did, I wrote
Yes.
the book. The book was titled "Welcome to Financial Freedom," because that was what I was thinking at the time. Right?
Yes.
But the feedback from people kept saying, "But your book is not about financial freedom. It's about starting over.
Yes.
It's about rebuilding.
Yes.
It's about shifting your mindset so you can start
Yes.
and fix your life.
Yeah.
It's not about the big financial freedom talk.
Yes.
So I listened to the feedback, and 2 months ago we reworked it. And funny, it was almost at 3,000 copies, the sales.
Sure, yeah.
I had to make the call to say, am I going to push and ignore the feedback or just rewrite it? So I rewrote it, updated it to the new title that you just read. That's why I'm not getting a copy, because it's going to print next month.
No, then
So
I
now
will
it's
read the
money,
book.
mindset, makeover.
Yes, now that's good.
Because this is now about my favorite two words: mindset, profit.
Yes,
But just makeover.
making over, starting
Starting
again. Your story is so inspirational, and I think we often don't hear a lot about people going through this journey, people going to hell and back. We often hear about, the highlights where things are here, things are peaking. Someone is telling us, oh, I did this, I did this, I did this. We never hear, oh, but there was a season, 5 years, where I was down and out, hiding somewhere in KZN, hiding seriously. And so I truly, truly appreciate you coming and just opening up and basically taking us through the journey. And guys, after this, you of course have to get the book.
And don't have 5 years, please.
Don't have 5 years for something that can just be a season, for a year, a couple of months. Coach is here for that.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm so glad. I'm so glad I met you. But before you go, we're gonna do something. Just to. This was deep.
You felt it.
I'm realizing, sitting here now, I'm like, I probably need to go and digest.
You might be thinking I'm too young for this.
Yeah, no, I'm like, this is deep. But this is what we need, Coach, and I really appreciate you just being so open, honest, and taking us through but this was heavy, deep.
Scars. Yeah, there will be people watching this that are going through it.
Yes.
So I just want them to realize that it's a season.
It's not the rest of your
The
life.
pressure you're feeling is because you're trying to solve everything in one day.
Sure. You need to come back. I'll read your book and then we'll dive into it and come back. And what's crazy is, with all my guests, I always have questions. Like because I want to come ready here, and I want to get the most out of the people that come, right?
Yeah, so the script got tossed.
No, I've never used the script. At this rate, I'm thinking I must just stop with the script and just sit down, because you guys come and you start releasing bombs and I'm like, hey! But I truly appreciate you. I appreciate you coaching me through the season of my life. Guys, this is my coach. He coaches me, and I'm so
You're
grateful.
Brilliant,
And he calls me up. You see this? When you guys look at me and say, she's unstoppable, I've got people saying, you are brilliant, you are doing amazing things. How can I not do amazing things? So thank you for,
I appreciate you.
Yes, for calling me up, and for all the people that you are helping every single day. And I think it's one of those where, we don't celebrate enough the people that are truly on a day-to-day making sacrifices, impacting lives all over our country, throughout the world. We don't appreciate them, and give them their flowers to say, maybe I should have bought you flowers, but anyways.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
But I appreciate you and the work you're doing. So now we're gonna do a quick one, just to close everything off, because
it's heavy.
It's heavy. We need to let you go with
on a lighter note. Let's see what you have.
Light stuff. Okay. You don't think about this question. It's a rapid fire questions.
Is it?
You don't think. Snap. Cash or card? Credit card.
Card.
Okay, not credit card. Card. Just say card, not credit.
Not credit card.
Okay, cool. Splurge or save?
Save.
Property or stocks?
Stocks.
First big purchase you'll never forget?
My mom's car.
Oh, that's sweet. Okay.
I had to recover, Pella, and make it up for the trauma.
You were like, I'm wiping away your tears. You've been faithful. One financial habit you'll never give up?
Investing.
Good. One financial regret you'd redo.
Redo. I don't know about redo, but
Yeah.
blowing my credit card when they made it available and they said congratulations for 200K. I blew that money so fast and undid all the work I had done to rebuild myself to get to that point. So after I blew it, you recover and then they give you access, you blow it again.
Yeah.
It's like you never learned.
Sure.
So there was the phase 2. That was the biggest. I don't think I'd repeat it though.
Okay.
But that would be the biggest.
That will be the biggest regret. Okay. And last one. This is a trick question. Would you rather have 10 million today or basically have unlimited access to Warren Buffett?
10 million today.
Why? I was sure you were going to say Warren Buffett.
I know that's what many people would assume. That's where I'm going.
Okay.
I'm in a season of my life where, because I coach entrepreneurs, I have seen so many businesses.
Sure.
I know what to do with 10 million.
That's good.
I don't know what attitude. Maybe I'll find Warren Buffett having a bad day. He might get sick tomorrow. I don't know. I know 10 million.
He might die. But
I know 10 million. But
yeah.
in truth, though, the mentors are powerful. One of the things I say about my mentor, up to this point, he's never given me any money.
Sure.
But he gave me something that's invaluable because I'm here today because of the advice.
Yes.
And the questions and
that
the
he asked you.
encouragement.
Yes.
Because they shifted my mindset.
Sure.
So the value of that is beyond that million. And so I value mentorship.
Sure.
It's just that because you threw it fast, I knew that 10 million, I'm clear.
10 million,
Give me 10 million, I'll make a plan.
You know, I had so many questions around what businesses we should be investing in if you want to get to the, but now you need to come back.
I guess we'll have another day.
We'll have another day, but thank you so much for coming. And guys, as we close it, do the right thing. Get a copy of this book, and now you have a second book to read on financial literacy. And don't forget to subscribe if you really love what we are doing here and you believe in these conversations. If it's too good, you have to share it. So I'll see you guys the next time. Bye.